McCain Vogel here with this week's Cover Crop Connection. Well, a few months ago, Canadian no-tiller Blake Vince gave a presentation at the Pennsylvania No-Till Alliance's 20th anniversary meeting. And while the topic of his presentation was about conserving farmland with cover crops and the importance of biodiversity, there's an anecdote that Blake told the audience about the future of no-till and cover crops that has stuck with me. Take a listen.
This is another gentleman, Rolf Derps from Paraguay, a longtime extension officer, helping farmers adopt no-till practices and methodologies, and I was on one of the longest no-till farms in Paraguay. The beans were up to about my rib cage, and I got down, pulled the beans apart, and I started filming and narrating a little video. And when I got up, Carlos was like, with tears in his eyes, and said that was just beautiful. And to this day, I don't really know what I said as I was narrating the video. And I said to Carlos, Carlos, you know, I've got to meet guys like David Brandt. I've got to meet David Brandt. I've got to meet Carlos Gordetto. I've got to meet Dr. Dwayne Beck and yourself. I said, what happens when all of this human intellect is no longer with us, right? All of this legacy of experiential learning is gone. And he looked right at me and he said, with tears streaming down his cheeks, he said, that's why you're here. That's why you're here.
Some good motivational words from Blake Vince and from no-till legend Rolf Derps on why it's so important to keep practicing no-till and keep planting cover crops and to continue to share that knowledge with your neighbors and peers. Well, that's all for this week's Cover Crop Connection. Until next time, I'm McCain Vogel.